Crazy Joe here with Big Dog Jimmy. We got UFC 200 predictions here. This one is Jim Miller versus Takanori Gomi versus the Fireball Kid. This one is going to be a very interesting and intense fight in the lightweight division with these two veterans going toe to toe in what will be an amazing fight. Jim Miller actually fought at UFC 100, so it's going to be interesting seeing him at UFC 200, how he does. Will he be able to pull off a victory at UFC 200 like he did at 100? By the way, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button here to support the channel. I have a huge passion and love for combat sports, for MMA, for UFC, for Bellator, World Series of Fighting, kickboxing, boxing, and much more. I'm into pro wrestling as well and whatnot. I know, I can go whatever, but it is what it is. My favorite is the UFC though, and combat sports all around. Combat sports is awesome. So, anyways, Jim Miller is 25-8 with one no contest. He's going against Gomi, the Fireball Kid, who's 35-11 and one no contest. And this should be a very interesting and intense fight with these two guys having a boatload of fights between them. It's going to be very interesting when these two collide in the octagon. Now, Gomi, he has got 13 wins, it says, by KO TKO, 6 by submission, 16 wins he's won by the way of the decision of the judges. He's lost twice in his career, it says here, by KO TKO, 6 by submission, 3 by decision, 1 with a no contest. His last 2 fights he's lost by TKO, both of those in the first round, to Miles Jury and Joe Lazon. The last person he beat was Isaac Villaflag by unanimous decision. He lost to Diego Sanchez by split decision prior to that. He's been with the UFC since UFC Fight Night 21, where he fought Kenny Florian, and he lost by rear naked choke. He was with Pride for a long ass time as well prior to that. His first UFC pay-per-view was UFC 125, and he lost that one by guillotine choke to Clay Goudier. And then he also lost to Nate Diaz at UFC 135 by armbar. So it's going to be interesting. He does have a TKO victory in the UFC and a KO victory as well in his time there. It's going to be interesting to see what he does when he goes against the veteran of Jim Miller. Jim Miller is a badass dude with 3 KO TKO victories. It says 14 submissions, 8 times he's won by the way of the decision of the judges. He's lost 1 time by KO TKO, it says here in his career, twice by submission, 5 by decision, with 1 no contest. He lost his last 2 fights. His most recent at UFC 196 against Diego Sanchez by unanimous decision. He lost to Michael Kessia by rear naked choke. He beat Danny Castillo by split decision. He lost to Benal Darush, unanimous decision. Donald Cerrone beat him by KO head kick. You know, but he does have some wins with guillotine choke, arm bars. No contest was against Pat Healy, overturned by the commission. He beat Joe Lazan by unanimous decision. Nate Diaz choked him out with a guillotine choke. He lost to Benson Henderson by unanimous decision. He does have wins over guys like Gleason Tebow, Charles Oliveira, and many other men in the combat sports world of MMA. This one is going to be explosive and fun. Big Dog Jimmy thinks that Takanori Gomi is the Fireball Kid is going to win by a knockout over Jim Miller. I think Jim Miller is going to win this one by submission in the 3rd round. Is what I am picking on my UFC pick'em. If you want, you can go over and check my UFC Pick'em page. It's Colonel Jack's Destination, formerly known as Colonel Jack's Destination. I am now Crazy Joe's Galaxy, Crazy Joe here. I'm at level 14 right now. My last event there, where we had McDonald versus Thompson, I went 9 for 13 on that event. Some events I'm really good at picking, and other events I suck ass. And I will admit, when I blow the big one on an event, so, but it is what it is. UFC 199, I actually had two perfects, and I went 9 for 13 there with UFC Almeida versus Garbrandt. I was horrible with 4 for 12 with no perfects. At UFC 198, I was 10 for 12 with 5 perfects there. So, some events I'm fucking awesome and other ones I suck at. So leave me a comment down below with your thoughts and opinions. Let me know if you're going for Jim Miller. You can just type in Jim Miller down below, or if you're going for Gomi, type in Gomi for Big Dog Jimmy to support him. Let us know in the comment section if you liked the video and the predictions. Hit that like button and make sure you subscribe if you enjoy predictions.